Verona, a city of romance, a city of whispers, but beneath the beauty, a darkness festered. Two families, the Montagues and the Capulets, locked in a generations-old feud. Their hatred ran deep, staining the cobblestone streets with the blood of their young. No one remembered the reason for the feud, but everyone felt its consequences. Fear hung heavy in the air, a suffocating blanket over the city. The Montagues, known for their fiery tempers and quick swords, were led by the imposing Lord Montague. His son Romeo was a young man of passion and poetry, oblivious to the danger that swirled around him. On the other side stood the Capulets, wealthy and influential, ruled by the stern and unforgiving Lord Capulet. His daughter Juliet was a radiant jewel, kept hidden from the world's dangers, and most importantly, from the Montagues. The feud was a wildfire, consuming everything in its path. Each day brought fresh insults, each night the clash of steel. The Prince of Verona, weary of the bloodshed, threatened dire consequences if the peace was broken again. But hatred, once rooted, is a hard weed to pull. The annual masquerade ball at the Capulet mansion was a grand affair. It was a night for masks and music, for whispered conversations and stolen glances.
This gown of shimmering silver weighs heavily with the legacy of my family. My heart aches for freedom, for a life beyond this gilded cage.
Tonight, I seek an escape from this suffocating feud, from the endless cycle of violence.
Little did he know, fate had a plan for him, a chance encounter that would change his life forever. Their eyes met across the crowded ballroom. Time seemed to stop. The music faded, the other guests blurred into insignificance. In that instant, they saw only each other. Romeo, captivated by Juliet's ethereal beauty, felt his heart stir with a love he had never known. Juliet, drawn to Romeo's passionate gaze, felt a glimmer of hope in the suffocating darkness of her world. They were drawn together, two souls yearning for something more, unaware of the danger that lurked beneath the surface. Hidden behind the safety of their masks, they danced. Words tumbled out, each sentence a revelation.
I learned her name was Juliet.
And I learned he was a Montague.
Despair threatened to drown their newfound joy. The balcony scene, stolen moments under the moonlight.
Here, under the moon's gentle gaze, I pledge my love.
Your fire draws me in, yet I hesitate, aware of the danger.
Their love, a fragile flower blooming amidst the thorns of their family's hatred. But their secret could not stay hidden forever.
That voice, it's Romeo.
Tybalt, Juliet's cousin, a fiery and vindictive young man, recognized Romeo. His hand instinctively went to his sword, his eyes burning with hatred. The delicate balance of the night shattered, the joyous music replaced by the shrill clang of steel.
Please, let us put down our swords. There is no honor in this fight. A duel unfolds under the cloak of night. Romeo, desperate to avoid bloodshed, pleaded for peace.
If you will not defend your honor, then I must defend mine. But his pleas fell on deaf ears.
This is the fate of all Montagues who dare cross our path. Mercutio, loyal to his friend, drew his sword. He fought bravely, but fell victim to Tybalt's blade.
Grief and fury consumed Romeo. He fought Tybalt with the ferocity of a man possessed. The clash of steel echoed in the night, ending only when Tybalt lay dead at Romeo's feet. Justice or vengeance? The line blurred. The prince, his face grim, banished Romeo from Verona. Juliet, torn between her love and her family, made a desperate plan, a sleeping potion to feign death, a message to Romeo. Hope, fragile and desperate, flickered like a candle in the wind. The message never reached Romeo. He returned to Verona, drawn by grief and despair, to find Juliet seemingly lifeless in the Capulet tomb.
Oh, Juliet, why did fate bring us to such a cruel end?
His heart, shattered, could bear no more. He drank a poison, a final act of love and desperation.
Romeo, no, this cannot be.
Juliet awoke to find her beloved Romeo dead by her side. Her cries echoed through the tomb, a lament for a love lost too soon.
Oh, my love, I cannot live in this world without you.
She took her own life, unable to live in a world without her Romeo. The Montagues and the Capulets, united in their grief, finally saw the devastation their hatred had wrought. The deaths of Romeo and Juliet, a tragic echo of their ancestors' feud, became the catalyst for peace. Overcome with remorse, they vowed to end the generations-old conflict. The legacy of the star-crossed lovers lived on, a somber reminder of the destructive power of hatred and the enduring strength of love. Verona, forever marked by their tragedy, slowly began to heal.